Unitree robots just did parkour and nunchaku on live television in front of 1 billion people. 3-meter flips, Drunken Fist, robots fighting with staffs, then sword routines, then a monkey king riding a robot dog cloud. Yes, that happened. And while you were watching that, Unitree quietly dropped footage of their G1 building robots on an actual factory line. A UK startup built a humanoid in 10 months. Another Chinese robot just nailed a sword dance so clean it looks CG. 1 year ago, they were twirling handkerchiefs. Now this. Let's break down what the hell just happened. You remember last year, right? Those 16 Unitree H1 robots doing the Yangge folk dance, all twirling handkerchiefs in perfect sync, directed by Zhang Yimou himself. It went mega viral. Everyone was like, "Oh, robots can be so charming and cute." That was the big robots are fun moment. This year, Unitree basically said, charm is nice, but let's show what these things can actually do. Dozens of the smaller G1 humanoids came out and straight up delivered the world's first fully autonomous cluster kung fu show. And when I say autonomous, I mean it. No preset paths, no motion capture suits pulling strings, just their own sensors, real-time brains, dodging and weaving at full speed, switching formations on the fly while throwing martial arts moves. The clips are ridiculous, in the best way. They're vaulting over tables like parkour pros, launching 3-meter aerial flips, doing single-leg spins, even pulling off an air flare with like 7.5 rotations. That's tough for a trained human acrobat, never mind a 35-kilogram robot powered by electric motors. But the part that really floored everyone? They did Drunken Fist. You know, that classic Jackie Chan-style wobble. Looks totally sloppy and off balance, but it's actually super controlled deception. The G1s were stumbling around convincingly, then snapping back instantly, all while swinging nunchucks and wooden staffs. Switching props super fast with those new dexterous hands, gripping, force feedback, no drops, even right next to the kid performers. The safety tech behind keeping that safe around children is honestly applause-worthy on its own. Then for the finale, the taller H2 stepped up for a sword routine at the main venue. Over in Yiwu, the same H2 showed up decked out as the Monkey King, full armor, golden cudgel, riding this epic somersault cloud made of B2W quadruped dogs, and rained down New Year blessings from above. Pure spectacle. Under all the wow factor, the real tech flex was insane. First ever high-speed cluster repositioning hitting 4 meters per second max. Dozens of bots swapping spots, fighting in tight groups, super close to people, all autonomous and safe. Unitree's CEO Wang Xingxing even told CCTV, "This is the foundation for real-world robot swarms in factories, rescue ops, whatever comes next." Compare it to last year. 2025 was 16 H1s in vests doing gentle, predictable handkerchief waves. Beautiful, cultural, low risk. 2026? Switch to lighter G1s for way harder acrobatics, dynamic group control at speed, weapon handling with proper touch sensing, and high-stakes sequences inches from kids. Totally different league in torque, motion planning, embodied AI, the stuff that makes actual useful robots feel closer. Social media is exploding with people saying, "From handkerchiefs to this?" Everyone's talking about the self-recovery after jumps, the smooth human-robot interaction, the force feedback. It's not just better dancing, it's a legit breakthrough that makes you think commercial humanoid stuff isn't sci-fi anymore. Do you know what might actually be way more game-changing than that insane kung fu show at the Gala? Unitree just dropped this low-key video a few days ago, and it's got everyone in robotics talking. It shows their G1 humanoid actually working on a real factory assembly line, putting together precision motor parts for more robots. Not some staged demo, but legit production stuff where the pieces end up in actual products shipping out. You see the G1 picking up components, lining them up super precisely, inserting rotors into housings, tightening things with tools, all while moving around the line like it belongs there. It's powered by their new UniFoLM X10 embodied AI model, which is basically built to get better at hands-on manipulation by doing real tasks over and over. What's smart about their approach? Instead of leaning hard on simulations like a lot of companies do, Unitree's turning their own factories into training grounds. Every time the robot does an assembly step, it generates real motion data, how it grips, how much force it applies, how it adjusts if something's off. That data loops back to train the next version of the AI. They call it their data engine strategy. Robots building robots, and also helping make better robots. It's this closed-loop thing that could scale fast. Context-wise, Unitree shipped over 5,500 humanoid units just in 2025, way ahead of most competitors. And most of what we've seen till now was flashy demos, dance routines, fight sequences, entertainment gigs. Putting the G1 on repetitive industrial work like this, that's the shift from cool party trick to this thing can actually make money and boost productivity. The whole industry's eyes are on that. Timing feels deliberate too. They're gearing up for a mid-2026 IPO, so showing real factory utility right now. Huge for investors. It moves the story from, wow, robots can flip and spin on stage, to, look, they're already adding value in operations. Wang Xingxing, the CEO, keeps talking about their 80-80 goal, robots that can handle 80% of tasks in 80% of environments. That's the tipping point where humanoids go mainstream commercially. Seeing a G1 nail those motor assemblies on a live line, it's one solid step closer to hitting that mark. Compared to the Gala dazzle, this feels quieter but honestly bigger long-term. The performance wowed a billion people. This video quietly proves the tech can do boring but profitable work reliably. That's what turns prototypes into businesses. Let's shift gears to another company making moves. UK-based Humanoid just dropped a 19-minute documentary chronicling what they're calling the fastest development cycle in history, and the timeline is genuinely hard to argue with. They built their first wheel-based robot in 10 months, then transitioned to a bipedal robot capable of dynamic walking in 3 months. From initial drawings to deployment in industrial environments inside of a year. That's not normal. The documentary walks through how they tackled dynamic equilibrium, that fundamental challenge of a robot adjusting balance while moving. And they did it with a globally distributed setup. Vancouver handling manipulation and bipedal systems. Boston on battery tech and power electronics. London developing the AI and vision language action frameworks. 3 continents, 1 robot. Their capability factory is a simulation to real-world pipeline now fast enough to train new behavior in simulation and deploy to a physical robot within 24 hours. That's the difference between waiting weeks for updates and iterating daily. It changes how quickly robots can learn new tasks. The commercial numbers are moving too. Earlier reports mentioned 20,500 pre-orders. The documentary updates that to 30,000 non-binding pre-orders. More importantly, they've got real results now. At Siemens, their wheeled HMND01 Alpha achieved 90% autonomous success rate, moving totes to conveyor belts. At Ford's Cologne facility, the robot handled sheet metal parts with both arms and exceeded expectations by 60%. Schaeffler signed a 5-year collaboration to deploy hundreds of robots across global operations. Now, Humanoid is open about limitations. These are still alpha-stage research prototypes, not ready for mass production. But starting Q3 2026, they move to beta phase with production-ready versions. That's when we go from dozens of robots to thousands. The documentary is essentially them showing their work before the real scaling begins. Finally, let's look at Robotera's L7. Released as a Chinese New Year celebration, but make no mistake, this video is a technical showcase dressed as performance art. The L7 is a full-sized humanoid developed with Tsinghua University. Titanium and carbon fiber construction. 55 independently moving joints, 7 joints per arm, 12 in the hands combined, 2 per leg, 6 in the waist. The degrees of freedom are substantial, and the sword dance demonstrates why that matters. A proper sword routine requires full-body control, timing and rhythm, high-speed directional changes, stable landings after jumps, coordinated wrist and finger control, and, critically, not hitting yourself with the blade. The robot executed all of that cleanly. For this to work, the control systems must continuously calculate center of mass, inertia from the sword swing, joint torque limits, and foot-ground contact forces in real time, while jumping, while spinning. When a robot lands without wobbles, it means those feedback loops are extremely tight. The L7's embedded AI handles whole-body dynamic coordination, real-time motion planning, precise torque control, and multi-axis balance during high-speed movement. That's the underlying capability the video is actually demonstrating. Beyond the spectacle, the L7 has real specifications: 9 miles per hour top speed, 20 kilogram lifting capacity, 360-degree field of view, 2.1 meter arm span, teleoperation capable. It's designed for factory and service applications, not just performances. The sword dance makes for great viewing. But the real story is that Robotera is demonstrating mature embodied control in a full-sized humanoid platform. If it can coordinate leaps, spins, and blade work this precisely, the transition to factory floors and service roles becomes a question of when, not if. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more robotics breakdowns, hit subscribe, because 2026 is shaping up to be the year humanoids stop being demos and start doing real work. I'll catch you in the next one.